Good evening, Wesley and Wesley friends. We are the Walkingtons. We're here tonight to share the devotion. I'm Marty.
Hi, and I'm Lynn.
Before beginning, we will light this candle to signify God's presence with us. If you have a candle at home, you would like to light your candle at this time. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to this arrangement on our hearth. The branch here stands for the wilderness, and the flowers signify the garden you'll be hearing a lot about in tonight's devotion. Someone asked me recently, where do you learn best? I gave it a lot of thought, and I came to the conclusion that I learn best in a quiet place with no movement going on and no distractions or interruptions. It seems like I need a wilderness. We've been hearing a lot about the wilderness during our Lenten devotions. We've heard about Moses leading the people out of Egypt en route to the Promised Land. Time and time again, they wanted to give up. However, God was with them, correcting them, encouraging them, and performing miracles before them. If you ever feel like you're in a wilderness, a barren place, a silent place, remember, you're not alone. It just may be God's classroom. God is with you. God is listening and waiting for you to talk to him. He's available to listen to your concerns and help you find your way.
I am going to read a poem. It's called Poem on the Wilderness. You will find this poem on page 29 of your booklet. Let us begin. I used to think the wilderness would never end. I called my mom and asked, does time really heal all wounds? Do the pieces ever fall back into place? Does the wilderness go on forever? So she told me about the horizon. She said, there is an edge where the earth meets the sky. And when you're there, you will see daisies in the sidewalk and the sun after the rain. I asked her to draw me a map, and she cried, because she knew this was the road mine to walk. But she promised to wait for me, day in and day out, for as long as the wilderness raged. So I walked, and it felt like 40 days, and it hurt like 40 nights. And I waved to the people I passed there in the wilderness. We tipped our hats to one another, silently recognizing the weight we each carried, until one day I realized the earth always kisses the sky, and the wilderness has turned into a garden. And I have made it out alive. And my mother hugged me there at the earth's edge, and she whispered in my ears that God was that gardener and that I had nothing to fear. So if you ever ask for a map, know that God and I will be planting seeds, hoping to turn your wilderness into a garden. For as long as the wilderness rages on, I will never stop looking for you, where the earth kisses the sky.
Did you hear during the reading of the poem in stanza 2 that there is an edge where the earth meets the sky? And when you are there, you'll see daisies in the sidewalk and the sun after the rain. And then in stanza 5, the wilderness is turned into a garden and you make it out alive. Praise be to God. As you reflect on tonight's devotion, consider what seeds planted in your wilderness have grown into a garden. What seeds are you planting now that you pray will one day bloom? Jot down your thoughts in the space provided on page 30 of your Lenten booklet. The words for today are from the Lenten packet, and they are
a watered garden. This time I'd like to lead you in prayer. Creator God, you are water in the desert. So today I pray that you will flood the parched places of my life. I offered them up to you, my dusty dreams, sandy memories, and barren hopes. Revive me as only you can. Amen.
Thank you for participating with us this evening. Remember, God is with you in the wilderness. Have a good evening.
Good night.